Hi, welcome to Community Connection. I'm your host, Sarah Clark, and today with me I have Sarah Stretz, the Development Director of the American Heart Association, and Sarah Hymas, the 2015 Heart Ball Chair. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sarah.
Well, thank you.
So there's three Sarahs here. This might
I
know, but we'll figure it out. So Sarah, tell us a little bit about the American Heart Association here in the Santa Barbara County region and what events and things are coming up for the year.
Well, thanks, Sarah. We have 3 events here locally. We have our offices here in Santa Barbara at De La Vina and Figueroa. And we have 3 events that we hold annually here in Santa Barbara. We have our annual Heart Walk, which is going to be September 27th, which is very exciting, at Fess Parker's. And we're also going to be adding a 5K run this year to the event.
Oh, wow. Exciting.
I know, isn't that exciting? And then we have the Go Red for Women event, which is February 27th at Fess Parker's as well. And then that all culminates in May 30th at Bacara with Sarah Hymas and the rest of our committee at our Heart Ball. So really our focus on each event is slightly different. Our Heart Walk, we focus on fitness and educating people to be more physically active. And Go Red for Women is focused on women's health because heart disease is the #1 killer of women. And at our Heart Ball, we're focused on children and childhood obesity and really educating children about being more active and eating properly.
So it's so interesting because there's so many different audiences to reach. Which
There
is why
really
there's so many events.
is. And heart disease is the #1 killer nationally as well as here in the Santa Barbara County. So education is huge. It's a huge portion of our focus as well as funding research to help find a cure for the disease.
Wonderful. So Sarah, tell us how you have become involved and why, and now you're the chair for the Heart Ball.
Right. Well, I have to tell you, it all started, I was just about to turn 40. I had a black dress picked out for my 40th birthday. And I was in really good shape. I was doing a workout core class in the evening, and I drove home. And while I was driving home, I lost consciousness while I was driving. And later to find out that I had 2 TIA strokes, and don't do what I did. I made it home, which was not the best idea. Call 911. Anyways, but later, after lots of tests and whatnot, they found a large hole in my heart, and it was this, life-altering event for me that it was like, okay, well, what does this all mean? So I was fortunate enough, I had a procedure to close my hole, and 6 weeks later, I decided to participate in the Heart Walk, and that was my first getting moving. That was my goal. Let's just get moving. Just simple, not super ambitious, but I just want to start walking. And that was when I heard about the Heart Walk's mission of really that was the goal, is just getting people out there, getting them moving, get a buddy to walk. After that, it soon, she pointed on the 3 events. Well, then I was asked to be a passion speaker at the Go Red Luncheon, and was truly honored to be able to be there for, speaking in front of 500 people, to actually talk my story and to please, reach out to people and say, you need to, take care of yourself, and there might not be all the signs. I was told actually initially that it was caffeine, stress, and hormones.
Well, it's so interesting because you've always been active. Here you
Yes.
are at almost 40 years old, and you had no clue.
Right.
So
Exactly.
And you have a very active life. I mean, you
Right.
have your two young, beautiful children, and you're working, and so it's hard. You're not thinking that anything could be wrong.
No, and I think that was what we really, especially at the Go Red Luncheon, the passion speakers, really trying to, make people realize, you might be fit, you might be all these different things, but really to take that effort and, get checked out and do regular checkups, and really looking at, your life encompassing, with all the elements of, health and activity, and, being conscious of making those regular checkups and, those things that are important before something like that happens.
And is the American Heart Association, do they also help educate you on how to live healthy, how, what to eat, how to live
Absolutely.
that active, healthy lifestyle?
We have a program called Life Simple Sevens, and it teaches people the factors that they need to really focus on to be physically active, to know your numbers, know what your blood pressure is and your cholesterol numbers, not to smoke, and to get regular checkups. And I think as women and as mothers too, unfortunately, sometimes our health takes a back seat, and we worry about our children first and our loved ones, and then we do not take as good a care of ourselves as we should.
Right.
And we really need to focus on that more, because women, they rule and run the family.
Yes,
so we
they
need to take care of
do.
ourselves.
Well, I know, it was a huge wake-up call, when that happened to you, and you had gave such a great talk at the Go Red luncheon that I was so impressed. So tell us more about, what has happened since that. And
it's interesting. I had one of those moments, because I had been at the Go Red luncheon the year before, and the woman that was speaking was telling us her story, and she was laying in bed, and she had been going through hours and hours of symptoms, and her son finally said, "Please don't die, Mommy." And I remember just going, oh my gosh. And then here I am a year later going, here I am, a mother, working full time. My husband works full time, 2 beautiful children, running around doing it all. And it was like, here I am on the stage telling my story now. And it was like, wait, how did I get here? So it's just been quite a process of just kind of really processing through everything. But also, this year is 15 years since my father passed away of a massive heart attack. And so I think it's fitting that I was asked to be the Heart Ball Chair for 2015, and 15 years since my father. And I really feel like what I love is I've touched points on the Heart Walk, and I really understood that commitment of what that event meant. And then I really, really got the passion speaking and really understand the Go Red Luncheon and really reaching out to women. And now I just feel honored to be able to be the chair and making it full circle, where now here I am a mother and I have children, and I want them to understand what the Healthy Futures program is.
Right. And so let's talk a little bit more about that. What is the Healthy Futures program?
So really, it's all about teaching children to make healthy decisions. In fact, ever since my pivotal moment in life, my kids are like, "Oh, Mom, you eat so, are you on a diet, or you're eating so well?" I said, "Absolutely not. These are about healthy, decisions. This is what fuels us, and this is what makes, our body feel good." And then, ironically, my daughter this year came home and said, "Mom, guess what?" I said, "What?" "I'm a salad ambassador." I'm like, "What's a salad ambassador?" And at Washington School, we have a garden, and she's in charge of standing and making sure everybody puts salad on their plate.
That's fantastic.
So, but I thought, my gosh, here already we're making a connection here of what really the Healthy Futures. A big thing for the Healthy Futures is we actually have volunteers that actually go into the schools and are teaching children about these programs.
Wonderful. So, how has this been rewarding to you? And you've been on the other end and now you're giving back and so involved. How is this?
Oh,
rewarding?
Like I said earlier, I feel very honored to be on this side of it, because I feel like we can really reach a lot of people. I was born and raised in Santa Barbara. It's a very small community, and I think when people hear, stories and hear my name, knowing, my father passed away of a heart attack, and I think it's just being able to get the message out, and all the 3 events really hit 3 different pillars, as well as 3 different audiences. So I love this Healthy Futures program. It's just such a great program. What are some of the goals for this year with the program? Well, gosh, really trying to get more volunteers involved, and really, we launched last year, right? Was the first?
It was the second year with AOK After School program in the Santa Barbara School District, and we have a wonderful relationship with them, and we'd love to take this out to the other school districts this upcoming year. And it's been so rewarding. I taught at one of the schools with my entire family, and to let my children and my husband experience it as well, and to teach children to be active and to learn where fruits and vegetables come from, and that they taste good, and that how a heart works, because a lot of children don't really understand that you need your heart to live and you need your heart to run, and so do your parents. And to teach their parents, they went back into their homes and taught what they learned through our program.
That's wonderful.
So it was very rewarding for all of us.
That's so.
And I definitely will get my family this year.
Yes.
I do not doubt that. So, what are some of the other programs that we have going on the Central Coast?
We also always are pushing CPR training and also stroke awareness to know your early warning signs, because
And what are some of those signs for our viewers?
if your arm is numb, if you're having a hard time feeling your face, if you're having a hard time talking or answering basic questions, you need to get help right away, because just along with CPR, getting to the hospital and getting checked out is paramount no matter what.
Yes, and so, we're just lucky that you made it home. That
no kidding, no
kidding. And now can be an ambassador
Right.
to tell other people. What are some other signs or things that you're more aware of now that we can share with
Well,
viewers?
I think kind of going back to, I was misdiagnosed. I had been feeling funny when I was about 38, and I was misdiagnosed by a cardiologist that told me it was three things. It was stress, caffeine, and hormones. And I really feel like as women, we need to really reach into ourselves and go, are we really happy with that answer, or do we feel unsettled by it? And that, for me, I should have pushed that more. And that's why I want people to really just take that extra time to, even if there's a little doubt, just go get checked up.
Right.
Go get checked out and make sure.
And be your own advocate. I think be educated and learn.
Yes.
And we have all of the tools, and we are happy to share those with people, with the public. You can call our local office, and
Or
we have a
put the
vast
website up.
amount. Yes.
So let's talk about the Heart Ball a little bit. I know it's a ways off, but what do you have planned for next year for the Heart Ball?
We can't give too much away. I was on the committee for 2013 that we had at the Kroll Casino, and it was a beach ball theme. We figure in Santa Barbara, that's a fitting theme, and we're going to actually keep that as the theme. And we're really kind of giving this a rebirth. The ball, and it was such a successful.
It was a wonderful event.
It was amazing, and all of our sponsors that came and joined us, are all on board for 2015 because it was such a successful event, and really the mission was heard, and we had a lot of volunteers from a lot of those sponsors, and so it was really a great way. We've picked a date. Are we going to give away where we're having it?
Yes, absolutely.
So May 30th of 2015, it will be at the Bacara. We are thrilled.
Wow,
We can't give up
exciting.
too many of the fun details, but let me tell you, this will be as exceptional as it was last
Well,
year.
with you involved, I know it will be.
We're
I don't
very
settle,
excited.
Everything you touch is wonderful.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much both for coming on the show today.
Thank
and
you.
teaching our viewers more about the American Heart Association. You can find more out on the website, and I look forward to all of these upcoming events for this year.
Perfect.
Thanks
you.
so much.
Thank you, Sarah.
And thank you for watching Community Connection. We'll see you next time.